My name is Mira. In August 2023, I felt like my soul was being crushed under all the clutter in my house, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I started a journey to peel away the clutter from my house and from my life. I didn't have a plan. I chose to start in the doorway because I wanted to be able to actually open the door. I wasn't entirely sure why I was filming the process, but I had a strong feeling that I needed to film it and post it on YouTube. So I took a deep breath, hit record, making sure to hide the kitchen from view because I was not about to share that nightmare in my first video. And I began peeling away the clutter layer by layer. I did it for Cupid and Clayton. I did it in a very small way for me as well. I didn't think I deserved it, but I knew I had to do it anyway. I didn't think people would be interested in what I was doing, even though I was filming it. I didn't even really know what I was doing. You can see that in my camera angles then and a little bit now too. I didn't know how far I would get with decluttering in 2023. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I focused on what was right in front of me because it was too overwhelming otherwise. Time passed. I worked a little bit each day, and it took me several days to do it. My health and stamina didn't allow me to work for hours at a time, so I did what I could. But something happened when I saw that open space, and I saw Clay so happily trotting around with space to actually move around. And Cupid was able to get around more easily without being so cautious. That really touched me. And I got a glimpse of what my life could look like. And I wanted that life. I didn't know how long it would take to do the living room. There were times when I got discouraged, but I kept peeling. And people started watching. I remember my excitement when I had 4 subscribers. And I remember meeting up with some friends and telling them I have 30 subscribers. So you can probably imagine my shock when September ended and I had thousands of subscribers. It was more than I ever dreamed would be interested in my journey. And subscribers kept coming, so I just kept moving. I made some discoveries in the piles. I found some unmelted wax that I melted down to create new candles so I could actually enjoy that scent again. I found a tarot deck that I didn't even know I had purchased. And of course, I have to mention the medallion I found in my second video. Girl, you got this. Yes, I do. I found money and gift cards. I found 5 sticks of deodorant in the living room. I bought one and then lost it to Clutter Mountain, so I bought another. And that happened over and over in the few years before I finally conquered that mountain. The oddest thing I discovered was the sword in my kitchen that I somehow forgot I even owned. It was an, oh yeah, I remember when I made this moment. I saw successes and setbacks, but after 3 months and hours and hours and hours and hours of work and endless water bottles recycled, I finished the living room. That was an amazing moment for me. I had a whole living room of floor space, and it really showed me what I can have, what clay can have. Let's talk about the things I've learned along the way. I learned that people preferred my voiceover to looping background music. My mom said the same thing. When we watched the Clutter Tower video, she very gently said, "I really like hearing what you were thinking while you're working." Okay, Mom, I got you. I learned that it's okay to ask for help. I was so nervous about reaching out to Bonnie at a beautiful mess. I knew I was going to need help when cleaning the kitchen and the bathroom. But this also meant sharing my kitchen with the world. I was very anxious about the possible judgment I would receive. My viewers had been so kind to this point, but my kitchen was a new level of just a new level. I was even scared to send pictures of it to Bonnie. I knew she had seen some stuff, but I thought this nightmare could scare her away. But instead of judgment, I received support. Bonnie was excited about how much cleaning needed to be done. I love that about her. My act of reaching out turned out better than I could ever have dreamed. More people found my channel. Even more, I made a great friend. And I had a real kitchen for the first time in years. Bonnie and her subscribers chipped in to buy me a new table when they saw that mine was ruined. I can never thank them enough. And look at this beauty. It's gorgeous. And there's even a shelf for when I need to store some emergency water bottles. Going through my pin collection taught me that it's okay to let go of things. In fact, it's good to let go of things. Letting go of the things that I no longer love or use makes room for the things that I do love and use. Decluttering my house doesn't mean that I give up everything I own or that I no longer get things that I love. It just means that I'm more thoughtful about what I buy and what I keep. And I'm so happy that after years and years and years of collecting things, I am finally making room for the things that I love. I learned that I'm a visual organizer. I thought that organizing meant you needed to have things nice and tidy and, importantly, tucked out of sight. Now I'm going through lots of visual options and I'm excited to see what I can do when organizing my stuff in the new year. Am I going to have 1,000,000 shelves in my house? Well, maybe not 1,000,000, but I think I'm going to end up with a lot more shelves. And that will help me love my space even more. The biggest surprise was this: the number of people who watch and follow my journey. The comments you wrote were kind and encouraging. You told me how much you looked forward to my videos. I realized that my channel is about me, but not just me. It's about all of us. We all need inspiration, and I love that we all get motivation from each other. We are a community of 10,946 and counting. Several people asked what I am most proud to have accomplished. The first thing that came to mind might surprise you. It wasn't working through a panic attack, even though I am pretty impressed with myself that I was able to do that, even though I don't really recommend that. I'm also impressed with the fact that I decluttered my whole living room. But that's not the thing that I'm most proud of. I'm most proud of the fact that I created a channel that inspires people. I wanted people who had depression, anxiety, other mental health issues, physical health issues. I wanted those people who struggle with clutter to feel seen and to feel understood. And I want you to know that I'm rooting for you just as much as you root for me. This community provides so much support. I've saved so many comments that I read when I feel low. I don't always feel like decluttering, but the comments that you send really help me to keep going. 3 rooms of my house have been decluttered. I can walk in these areas of the house without worrying that I will step on clutter. Clay is able to walk freely in these areas, and I love seeing him prance around. One of my favorite memories of Cupid in his last days is seeing him walk in the open space of the kitchen. So, what's ahead? I'm still working through my recent losses, so I'm taking things easy for a little bit longer. I've got shelves of mugs to declutter and a few other small projects. Soon I will return to the master bedroom where this pile of stuff waits for me. I'm already back to work doing laundry. Endless laundry. Thanks for being here with me, for encouraging me, for decluttering alongside me. I'm excited to see what 2024 brings for all of us, and I wish you a very wonderful new year.